What is up, players? It's WarbossTae up in this mug. Welcome to my little man cave and the home stretch for me for the 2016 WarbossTae Painting Challenge. I have been very productive, getting a lot done in my studio, and I want to show you the, let's start with the Scibor Dwarves. So for today's progress update, I'm going to show you all of these finished models. These have been painted for commission to a Warboss standard. That's base coats, shades, and highlights. You might remember these guys. These are the Streleks that I did a tutorial on. I believe it was the last tutorial for a long while. So I had so much fun painting up all of these models, and they're beautiful, beautiful resin models. I really enjoyed it, and especially because of I'm a big fan of the Chaos Dwarves from the old Warhammer Fantasy, and so being able to paint stuff that is reminiscent of the old Chaos Dwarves is a lot of fun. I think they still have them, right? In Warhammer Forge sells the, I guess for Age of Sigmar, the new Chaos Dwarf models, or the newest ones. I like how this one has, you actually see the stock, the butt of his gun, so you're able to do some wood effects. Okay, so one of my things that I love doing as a painter is finding opportunities to really experiment and go crazy. And so I could have just painted this whole thing gold, but what I wanted to do was paint it a brown that was different from the coat, this nice rich Corinthian leather coat, and I think doing this kind of yellowish wood for the stock was a great idea. And I think that's just basically XV88 shaded with Agrax Earthshade and then highlighted up with I guess XV88 again, the snakebite leather of the new range. And of course every Strelek mob or unit needs a good leader, so this is the Strelek officer. And the gold's all painted using the scale model colors. Beautiful stuff, just really, really great. And then let's do these Moskals. I almost said Boyers, I don't know why. These Moskals were very fun to paint. What I did with the gold was a little bit different because these are supposed to be the officers. They're more richly armored and equipped. In order to reflect that in the gold, I highlighted the gold up with some edge highlighting of, I think it's Storm Host Silver, which is the latest in Games Workshop's attempt to do, oh, I got some gold on his nose, I have to repaint his face. Let's do it right now, why not? Let's live paint it, we'll do it live, I guess their newest, like, super bright highlight colors, and I think that this is definitely a brighter silver as I'm looking for my paints. Master, are we doing a tutorial? No, Igor, I'm just fixing up a mistake in one of these models I painted. Oh, I guess I'll go back and do the dungeon then. Poor guy, he really wants to do a tutorial. Do another tutorial. I can't. I'm too busy. I'm too busy and I have no space. No room. Like I've got, everything is just, you can't see it because the magic of film, everything is like right off out of frame on this camera. But yeah, once I figure out how to clear a little bit more space and room, then maybe we can get back to doing some tutorial stuff. Okay, so there's a second officer, and I believe this is the third. Yeah, Stormhost Silver on the edge of the gold there. Very cool, very fun models to paint. Oh, I think it was my buddy Mark who asked me for the color scheme for this, as well as this guy. Rawr, my burr. So the skin is basically Xandri Dust as a base coat, and then shaded with Agrax Earthshade, and then highlighted back up with Xandri Dust, and then I use Rackhearth Flesh, and then finally I use some of Vallejo's Off-White, which is a better white than anything Games Workshop makes right now. The thing is, it's a nice kind of really bright, creamy white. It's not super stark, clean, like high elf white, but it's just bright enough that it does the job really, really well. So yeah, the important thing is you want to find a model where you can stress the contrast between the depths and the highlighted areas, the raised areas, and these models are just perfect for it. The fur sculpted on this bear is amazing, so it's perfect. The fur sculpted onto the backs of the capes for these officers, and this fur on the Strilex hats. They're all the same method, same colors, same method, so it creates a very cohesive look when you put these models on the table. And it's also the same for these Wild Warrior capes. Here you've got this guy. I think, did I do a tutorial on him? I don't even remember. I want to say that I did, but I don't know, maybe I didn't. And finally, for our video today, we've got this guy. So this is the Scibor part of my commission that I'm working on, all painted up. I'm working on a bunch of different commissions right now. Some of them you're going to see on these videos. Some of them are kind of being like works in progress in the background. So you saw my Guild Ball team the other day, and I wrapped those up, and I put some great pictures on my Facebook, and I think on my Facebook, and I put like 4 of them on my Twitter. You can only put so many on your Twitter feed, but definitely check out WarbossTae on my Facebook page. I've got a bunch of those models all snapped. They look really good, and yeah, they're just some good shots of a commission that I spent a lot of time and a lot of work on. So I'm going to be taking some shots of these guys tomorrow, along with the Amazons, because I'm wrapping those girls up, and yeah, then they're off to the client. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's running a little bit long, 7 minutes now, so let's get to the question of the day. For day 26, the question was, if I could have a miniature sculpted of me, what would it be? And what would the pose be? What would I be equipped with? And I think I answer something different every year on this. Or that's the goal anyways, give a different answer every year. So for this one, I was thinking of a really cool, I guess, model that I haven't really seen done well, that I really like yet, is a fantasy themed kind of steampunk-ish, but not too much. I don't like too much of that steampunk, but just a little dash. A witch hunter with like these long witch hunter like jackets, and the witch hunter hat, that Puritan hat, and but with some steampunk like armor pieces underneath, and I think it'd be really cool with like some goggles on, and maybe he's holding like a book in one hand and like binoculars, or like a compass, or something else in his other hand. So my idea is that he's kind of like a navigator or an explorer of uncharted territories, and he's going off to explore something somewhere. And he's got his book of lore in one hand and his navigational tool in the other hand. I think it'd be really cool. No idea if such a model exists out there. If you've seen it, then I'd love to know where it is so I can pick one up for myself. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. You can follow all of my progress. I'm gonna link up My Wargaming Life, and you can check me out there. And I've also been starting to put my writing up on Patreon, and as well as iBooks. And I think the Nook, Barnes & Noble, all of those should be having some of my short stories. I'm releasing them as short stories for now. What I might do is take all my short stories later, after I've kind of hammered them all out, and put them into a collection, and then maybe I'll charge something for that, like 99 cents or $1.99, something, really cheap, because it's all just stuff that I'm writing for, just for fun, to test out my skills as a fantasy / science fiction / horror writer. So if any of those things interest you, you might want to check it out. Eli Taff Jr. is my pen name, and so that's up. Let's see, I guess that's it. You can check out all the links to My Wargaming Life in the Google group down below. Hope you guys are having a great day, and hey, it's a great time to be painting. I'm really getting my mojo and getting in the groove. So I hope you guys out there are feeling that energy and getting to work doing your stuff. All right, thanks for watching.